For today's subplans, you're going to be working on your current event analysis using ESPN, which is found here in Canvas, S21. When you click on it, and you scroll, we already picked our topics here, and we picked our partners in class when I saw you last. So what I want you to do today is scroll down and actually pay attention to the step-by-step, and then open the sample, which is also attached to the subplans. One of the simplest things to do today is to copy this presentation and follow the flow, where you kind of delete my information and put yours. On the front cover, you should have just like a general picture of your article, issue, current event, along with the title, your name, and your partner's name. On the introduction slide, I'm not expecting anything. Just leave it there. These slides, like introduction and ESP analysis, are transition slides. It's just to kind of go into the next subtopic. On the third slide, I'd like for you to have linked your main article from npr.org. Any additional resources that I approve or that you use will be attached here, and we can go more over that next week. I'm expecting that this presentation will be submitted by midnight on Tuesday, with you to be able to actually to give you an extra class day on Wednesday. Let's do Wednesday at midnight for period 4. And that's due to this Friday coming. We'll have a map test, so we won't be able to have class. So just to give you that extra class time and review before you present on Friday for sure, next Friday. Okay, that being said, back to the assignment. Summary. So 6 to 8 sentences giving an overview of what your issue is about, and it can include all of your resources. Whoever chooses to do whichever slide, please make sure that you put your name on the slide. Following the summary, I would like an image of a map. I want you to go back to your map skills from Unit 1 and that very first test where we talked about thematic maps and physical maps and reference maps and political maps. And I want you to think, and I want you to choose the best one that could represent the issue in your article. So this one's a map projection. I know it's a projection because of the lines, the Mercator lines that are here. I know that it is also a physical map kind of showing the ice that's covering the Swiss Alps that pertains to the issue here. So you should have a few sentences under your map showing that you understand why you picked the map and how it applies. Okay, so how it applies, what it is, and why is it important to your event, your research, your project. Okay. Next, you're going to go into the ESPN analysis. If you're doing this with a partner, there are 4: economic, social, political, and environmental. So 2 of you can have 2 slides, the other 2 can have the other 2. Again, please put your name on it. I am expecting full responses. You want to follow the chart paper that is near my desk with the prompts that really guide you to what to look for. And I promise you, there are economic, social, and political and environmental factors for every single issue. The purpose of this summative is to encourage you to think outside of North Broward and think like a real human geographer analyzing a situation. So I'm trying to teach you to have a different kind of perspective as we begin the year and go through the rest of these topics. So this is important. They can be bullet points, but they must be filled with content, not general. So very specific, very detailed. Images on the side can vary. You can Google images of all different things that pertain. Happy to guide and direct when I come back to class. At the end, there is a reflection. So again, the reflection is really important. We learn a lot when we reflect and we look back on something. We learn on the mistakes that we made and then adjust. We learn from talking to each other. And so reflection is really important in any assignment. And also the global impact or ripples or globalization piece is what I want you to think about here. I'm expecting 6 to 8 sentences per person, per student. So that would be 2 slides here. And each reflection slide should have your name on it, along with your nice response. And any citations or references back to the articles should also be cited here. While you have 2 full class days and a full week ahead of you, with this presentation along with Africa, we have a lot to do. So please take advantage of your class time, use all of the resources that I've posted in Unit 2, and I will be back very soon. All right, have a great one.